What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We've got kind of an oddball one here for you. This is a 2011 6.7 with an oil leak on a King Ranch. But what's even cooler, we have Josh from Truckmaster and Nick from Diesel Ranch. We got some inspections that we do on this 2011. Here we go. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for coming back and checking us out. We have a special candidate over here today, a 2011 King Rancher, but kind of unique. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this before, but a CCV leak, a crankcase leak from the oil dipstick tube. Have you guys even heard of that? I'm sure the CCV problems you guys have, but that right there is normal. However, it is only supposed to come out of there when you take that cap off and not from back here. You guys can see the smoking coming from back there. We have a oil dipstick tube O-ring that has, I don't know, disintegrated, busted, or something's not right with it, and that dipstick tube has to come out. I'm gonna send you guys over to his channel to check out that repair or diagnostics. We were filming that and didn't get a chance to do it on my channel. But however, we did get to go for a road test and talk about his performance problem or his lack of fuel problem when under load. CCV problem, dipstick tube, O-rings, S&S DCR talk. Stay tuned, guys. Let's go for a little talk.
Check this out. Go ahead and head over to his channel as well.
Little B-roll. We got we're Power Stroke Tech Talk with A-Rod. Power Stroke, obviously all Super Duties, but a lot of Ford vehicles. So these are my favorite.
He's a Chevy hater, guys, so don't subscribe to his channel.
Don't tell him I have a Chevy under the cover in a garage. That's another video for another day. I keep telling myself I need to make a video on it, but here we are 2 years later and I still don't have a video.
You'll never do it. So yeah, so he's got his phone set up. He's got some parameters to monitor, I guess.
We're gonna go neck and neck with the semi, and then we're gonna give it the beans.
And what you're looking for is the bottom left. That's the pressure. Oh, we're racing. Oh, peace.
Jesus freaking criminy, bro. That's like 3/4 throttle. What on this thing?
She's not a slug, that's for sure.
Holy man.
Yeah, she moves.
That's rad.
So I guess the bottom left is the rail pressure.
Bottom right's the demand, bottom left is the actual. You can see it dipping down under idle.
What's the red? Is that when it's below its threshold?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I understand.
So I guess at this point we're just trying to see. I know it's obviously it's performing correct.
Maybe until it gets into overdrive. Okay, we're in 6th. I'm going to tip into it real slow. Damn, 29K.
29K and 40 PSI boost.
Man, them 6.0 head bolts be stretching, wouldn't they?
They would, yeah. You might as well say bye-bye.
Pop, 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 pop. That's what's good about these 6.7s. I have seen so many trucks just on the internet and just people that have come into different shops where they have stuff done to these trucks and they freaking hold up, man. They do. They obviously, I know the International wasn't Ford, but for the 6.7 coming out in 2011, and here we are 2024, this is the longest running diesel platform that Ford has had. Yeah. And it is still around. It's a great platform to do a lot of stuff to.
Well, not only that, but the integrity of the Ford name with the engine is pretty cool because Duramax and Cummins can't say that for their Dodge and their Chevys or their GM trucks. Now, I think it's kind of cool.
If you guys are watching and have a similar type truck like this, are you guys monitoring data using a
CTS
device like this,
Yeah.
CTS? Or you got the banks hanging on? Do you guys have something futuristic that we don't even know about? I mean, I don't know. It's I find a mixed bag of responses. A lot of guys don't want to see nothing up here. I don't know what any of this means. I don't want it. A lot of guys are data junkies. I want to know what my RPM is. I want to know what my pressure is.
EGT.
I want to know how much this block of blue is. Yeah, it says 0 to 40, but I want to know what this block of blue is. Is it 20 PSI? Is it 80 PSI? I don't know. Well, I like seeing the numeral values or numeric values so that, you know, you're not looking at an analog gauge or anything.
Yeah, it's really what is the ECM talking to? What is it saying? And what is it telling me while I'm driving? For example, EGTs, fuel rail pressure, air intake temperature, all those little dumb things really mean a lot, you know?
That was lagging right there, big time.
Was it?
Big time. Big time. That was requesting 28.9 and it was 26, 25, 24. Oh, wow. So I like to think of the high pressure oil system and the fuel system as a water in a glass. Right now we had a hole in the glass. You typically would get a check engine light on, but because this has got a different type of control system on it, the parameters in which some of DTC set may be a little wider than what it should be. Nonetheless, those two are supposed to meet. They're supposed to match. The 4 different polls that we've done, they've been pretty much close. This one was not. And that only leads me to believe, why do we have a hole in the glass? If we had a continued problem right now, this thing's about to shut off, man. Oh my gosh, what's going on? Reduce power. What? That's not happening. So my thinking, trying to be logic here, is the pump could have a weak pump, or we could have a bad driver side fuel rail. Depending on the code that is setting, we got to look that up on the data logger information. But I think revisiting what we were talking about before, DCR all day, left-hand rail. We got 3 things in that rail: the FRP, an orifice, and the PCV in the back. This can be bad. This one is just the eyes to the computer and what the system is doing. Now, if that orifice becomes dislodged or moves or does not stay where it's supposed to be in that rail, it does not equalize the fuel pressure to the other side of the engine. So you might have an instance where you have you're running the high pressure fuel system test using the scan tool, and every scan tool mark, it increases it at 5,000 PSI, and when you go to run that test, it'll click out into the red because that PCV or the VCV that's in the pump can't produce the pressure that it needs. It'll kick the RPM up to 1500, but give you 20,000 PSI. We don't usually get 20,000 PSI sitting here at idle. We would get it while we're driving. So you'll hear the injection noise change. It gets real loud, and you're hearing 20,000 PSI, and it's supposed to be meeting 20,000, 20,000. If it dips down, then you know you got to follow pinpoint test M or pinpoint test ME. But I would think you'd have some other codes or something going on with that other than, you know, what we just have now, intermittently setting a reduced power or whatever.
So at this point, we're going to go ahead and just chalk it up to a CP4 or a DCR pump and a driver's side rail.
You're not finding any metal in the fuel filters. You're not having any reduced power. Any other time, just normal driving, it's just under heavy load. And
That's
yeah,
right.
Yeah, I would do DCR and driver's side rail all day.
It lasts.
We did just beat the crap out of this thing. Brakes just stinking.
It's bad.
Come and see me. You guys need to get your power stroke worked on. We'll put our info in the description here. But we are in the suburbs of Detroit, Michigan. So
You can watch your back out here.
the offer's open. I appreciate you guys for watching. Remember to like and comment and subscribe. We got Nick over at Truck Ranch.
Diesel Ranch.
Diesel Ranch, Truck Ranch, Truck Master and Diesel
Truck.
Ranch. I'm all messed up here. We got a good group of guys over here, but the most common thing that's bringing us together are these diesel trucks, and you guys as well. We appreciate you guys for watching. We'll catch you next time. See ya!